I'm so sorry, you guys. My Instagram is totally acting up, and I just don't know what's happening. So, for the past few days, every time I start a live video, it is so difficult for me to get somebody on board. Let me see if Anusha is online again. This has been a problem with me for the past 2-3 days. I think it's something that I need to work on. So, let me check. Anusha is here. Add Anusha successfully. Just waiting for her to come on board. I hope all of you are staying safe during the lockdown. I mean, it can get a little boring and anxious. And here we have her. Hi, Anusha.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And I was listening to you about talking about the bad connections, and I'm suffering from the same all the time. I think it's today that
I saw your live session as well. I think everybody's having network connections because I just don't know. I think the connections are on lockdown as well.
If this goes, then we are all going crazy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I'm so glad to have you here. My Instagram has been acting up for the past 2 days. But so tell me, Anusha, what have you been up to?
So I have been just hanging around at home and sometimes staring at the wall, sometimes playing with the dog, a lot of times just on air chatting and like, pata nahi, I don't know what's going on. I was telling my father also, I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know which corner to go in and do what, but I opened up a puzzle today. So I'm making a 1,000-piece puzzle. So
oh my God, I hope puzzles really do give me anxiety. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think I saw somebody, I saw 2 or 3 people doing puzzles, and then I was just not my cup of tea. And then you were online today. I saw your dog. How
he's here right now. He's here. She's with me 24/7. So at least I have company. I was like, okay,
yeah.
if I can't hug any humans, at least I can hug my dog.
Oh, I know the social distancing thing is just getting to everybody. Usually I feel like in the entertainment industry, everybody's naturally just touching you, hug everybody, and you kiss them on both cheeks. And now for a long, long time, nobody's hugging nobody.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a little weird, but I also think it's kind of nice. You don't have to go like mwah, mwah, and be fake all the time.
Yeah.
So
True. No, that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, half the people you hug, you might not even know, but no, but you tell me, Anusha, how's your day coming along? What have you been doing since the lockdown started? I know you've been pretty active pre-lockdown. You and Nomi, you guys, very early on, actually. I think it was the virus wasn't even so serious. We didn't have those kind of numbers. Like you and Nomi, आप लोगों ने साथ, you guys started something. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were just, I think we knew that ye hone wala and it's going to get really bad because every country that's gotten the virus has eventually gone under severe lockdown. So when I got back, I told Nomi and I was like, dude, it's going to happen sooner than later. So I think we should just do it now because abhi dukane khuli hain, abhi ration mil jayega, abhi donations. But surprisingly, donations came in mushed because I was like, people are going to be like, abhi time nahi hai donations ka. But the donations started coming in, and yeah, I am glad that we could, make the ration bags before time and just get them delivered also before the lockdown began because now everybody's asking, kaise kiya? And I was like, food khula tha, sab khula tha, to humne kar liya.
And also, I mean, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि even though people have good intentions, I mean, at this point in time also, there are a lot of people who are asking for donations, but this situation has gotten so out of control. I mean, मैं तो अपने gate से भी बाहर नहीं गई हूँ for the past 8-9 days. It's probably the 9th day of my quarantine. So you tell me, how has your routine changed? Like, are you staying up all night? Are you waking up early in the morning?
My routine is really bad, dude. That's one of the things that I'm just like scared about because I'm like, my routine is really gone off. Like, I usually wake up at 6 a.m., but now I'm up at like 11. One day I woke up at 2 p.m. My father's like, what's wrong with you coming out at 2 p.m.? I was like, no. And then I went back to sleep at 4 p.m. and then woke up again and then slept at 4 a.m. I was like, this is worse than any jet lag I've ever had.
It's out of control, and I feel like there's no point to waking up early because essentially even if aap jaldi uthte hain, the first thing you do is like, who do I chat with? And I feel like 2-3 baje tak everybody is sleeping these days.
And I think people like us, I mean, we're so used to working. So when I get up, I feel like I do things. So during the day, if I'm not doing anything, I feel very useless. So if I so jaun, phir raat mein at least waking up कि ठीक है, you know, ये तो relax करने का वैसे भी time है, so psychologically
Yeah.
like saying this is just time to lie around and chit chat with friends and talk to you.
Yeah.
Generally, if you're not doing anything during the day, today I was making a puzzle and I was like, this is really, I haven't done this at 1 p.m.
You're doing it alone? Are you doing it alone?
Alone. But it's good.
No.
Like requires a lot of concentration, focus. But what are you doing? I know that you're doing this in the nights because I saw Ali Zishan yesterday and him and his beautiful wife.
Yes. I'm
Outside.
doing this at night, but I wake up early as well. So 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm up. I recently got my cat neutered, so I'm trying to just create that comfortable environment. So been busy with that, and I'm trying to focus on my diet, trying to focus on my skin and hair, and try to salvage whatever's left of me.
You don't understand. Diet though has gone to the dogs. It is so bad.
I think that happens when मुझे ऐसे ही लग रहा है, like either all of us are going to come out like really really fat, or all of us are, the anxiety is going to get the best of us and we're all going to lose crazy weight.
But maybe we can all eat a lot and then lose all that weight with anxiety.
Yeah, wow. I hope fingers crossed. Okay, so Anushe, a lot of people, you've been in the entertainment industry for a while and you've worn many different kinds of hats. You've done VJing, you've done hosting. What aspect of the entertainment industry do you enjoy the most? And have you ever considered moving to acting full time? Is that on the agenda?
No. But is it on your agenda? You should. You'd be so good.
I don't know. I mean, right now I want to focus on modeling, but maybe in the future I might consider it.
I don't know. I never thought. I don't know. मैंने एक दो दफा थोड़ी सी कोशिश की थी. I was like, I really like hosting. I love talking to people, and I love.
And you are amazing at it. I mean, I of course.
So acting, I mean, I never really did because there were so many. But sometimes I think कर लेनी चाहिए थी because actors are like huge, and then I feel like एक आध drama होता तो कहाँ होती मैं.
It's never too late. I mean, you can still go for it, Anushe.
Huh?
Because it's never too late. You can still go for it.
अब जब isolation खत्म हो जाएगी, then we can do one together.
Yes. Let's do it together.
I don't even know I don't even know if that time is going to come. Like every morning I wake up and I'm like, हमें पता ही नहीं कि कितने दिन लगेंगे. So when am I going to be like seeing people again? Or when is it going to be normal to shake hands or
I know. And but the sad part is, हम लोग कितना भी optimistically सोचें, 30-40 दिन के lockdowns लग रहे हैं internationally. So it's not very, it's not a positive feeling. I mean, I have very little hope. I hope it gets resolved soon, but I feel like I'll be doing this for quite some time if this doesn't get resolved.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Look at me. I'm being the interviewer. So when you do get anxiety, like what's the first thing you do to make it settle down? Because today I did a session on anxiety and depression. Wow. And how certain situations, like जैसे अभी ये pandemic है, ये वो उससे trigger हो जाता है और मेरा बहुत होता है. Like I cannot breathe sometimes. In fact, yesterday I was short of breath and I told my mother that I was like, oh my god, do I have the virus? And she's like, no, I think you're just having a panic attack. And I was like, wow, But
this is thank you so much for bringing this topic up. Because 3-4 दफा मैंने लोगों से बात की, so they shy away from it because they don't want people to know that they're going through some sort of mental stress or anything at all. I started taking professional counseling a month ago.
Well, that's amazing. And I have a counselor for a year as well, so yeah.
Yeah, so initially, when somebody told me कि तुम जाओ, why don't you go for counseling? I was so hesitant, and I met, it's so funny like how educated people completely dismiss the idea of mental health. I was one of those people. मैंने कहा नहीं, I don't want to go for it. I don't think it's going to help.
Do you think it was embarrassing by any chance, or did you think it was just not needed?
But I come from a family where they're like, oh, तुम्हें depression हो रहा है, focus on your diet, maybe increase your hours of sleep. So I was a little hesitant. Lekin I started taking counseling. I've been at it for a month and a half, almost 2 months. It's really helped me out. Yesterday I had my Skype session with my therapist. So that really helps. I've also gotten into reading. So it really calms me down.
No, for sure. And I think it's amazing that celebrities talk about this now because I think
100%. And like, how do you deal with your anxiety? Like, just so
I've been seeing my therapist also for over a year and a half, and I practiced some breathing exercises. And my anxiety was so bad that I had to get on medication as well. So I mean, yeah, so I took all the help that I possibly could at that time. And there's a big taboo on taking medication for your mental health.
Yeah.
But again, I feel like, we should break those taboos and talk about it
Yeah,
because it's helping a lot more people who are suffering.
yeah.
मुझे इतनी responses आई on my Instagram in my inbox where people were like, हमें बताएं आप कौन से डॉक्टर के पास जाए, आपका therapist कौन है.
Wow.
And that's what I realized कि लोगों को जरूरत है, लेकिन I think
Yeah,
क्योंकि ये नजर नहीं आता बाहर से, तो
yeah,
लोगों को टैबू लगता है या embarrassing लगता है किसी डॉक्टर से
yeah.
मिलना, therapist से मिलना.
Yeah, and it's almost asymptomatic. मतलब किसी
हाँ.
इंसान की like आप देख के बता नहीं सकते is this person having anxiety, is he going through depression. लेकिन initially जब लोग मुझसे पूछते थे, I wouldn't want to talk about it either, but now I'm very open about it because क्योंकि मैं खुद experience कर चुकी हूँ, and मैं चाहूंगी कि people who are looking up to me or people who are just in touch with me, they know it's okay.
Of course. And I think this generation, especially you guys who are so much younger, I think you are exposed to so much. Like when we were on television initially, so we would only get love and callers. But then the internet happened. Everybody had a voice. They could make fun of you. They could tell you they could tell you you're looking tired, you're getting old, your skin's not looking good. And, even though you wouldn't, try and take them seriously, eventually it gets you. Like 10 लोग कहते हैं I love Anusha, और अगर एक कहे कि यार you're looking terrible today, तो मुझे रात में ना उसका ख्याल आता है. Why did you say
अनुषा, लोगों को लगता है, हमारी इंडस्ट्री के लोगों को लगता है कि साइबर बुलिंग एंड बॉडी शेमिंग is harmless. Like, tell me about your experience.
Yeah, so I've, mashallah, been lucky, but I think that's also because I didn't do mainstream acting. So a lot of my followers followed me for my hosting, and they liked the fact that I was communicating with them. Lekin I think actors ko, models ko, especially because
100%.
Yeah, बहुत negativity मिलती है. But kudos to them, you guys, man, who get out there, do what you need to do your photo shoots, and do it like, I mean, it's hard work because you get so much stress from everywhere again to look good, your body should be a certain way, your skin should be a certain way. And as you start aging in this profession, you start feeling, because you're like, my God, you're right. Or maybe I'm too old for this. Maybe I'm getting too fat for this. Maybe I'm, maybe I'm a has-been. Like,
Yeah. No, and it's so, I feel like it's so easy to talk about it now, but just because we talk about it does not mean it's something that's taken lightly. I have struggled with it for a very long time. I think that was part of the reason why I also went to therapy, because it caused such self-esteem issues. Lekin I'm in a really good place right now. I'm really happy.
I'm so glad. And what's so funny is that you're successful, you're beautiful, you have your own independence, and yet you feel like you have self-esteem issues, which is what's ironic. And that's how social media and stuff can affect you without you even thinking that it's not. कि आपने सब कुछ दुनिया में किया हुआ है, और अगर एक इंसान ने कह दिया अनुषा अब आप बहुत हो गया, अब आप hosting छोड़ दें, like it's too much, you start feeling insecure about yourself. So I'm like, we've achieved so much, why do we still feel insecure? But it's the constant stimulation online, I think. Constant
100%. And अब तो मुझे लग रहा है more so now, everybody is just stuck to their phones. So I think yesterday I took out time to, after my session, I took out time for myself. I put my phone aside, and that really, really helped me. So but alhamdulillah, I hope you're in a good place yourself right now.
I'm embarrassed to say this, but it's my reality. I actually wake up in the middle of the night to either to feed my dog or go to the bathroom or something, and I quickly check Instagram and I'm like, like, what is this disgusting addiction that I have? And it's a problem. I mean, iska bahut jald ek koi naam aane wala hai. Like the addiction,
I swear, it has to be a problem.
Yeah, it has to be something that's defined, like a cell phone-itis or something. I don't know. Like,
tell me, like, you at least come across, and I'm sure you come across as a very happy-go-lucky, quirky kind of a person. You love animals. I see your posts on Facebook every day. You're always talking about adoption. So tell me, how is your mood reflected through the kind of clothes that you wear? What's your style inspiration? Tell me something.
Yeah, I'm talking to a model. My style is the worst, okay? So I actually wear like really comfortable clothes, and I used to like more sporty wear. So I have a bunch of really cool jumpers and hoodies. Bachpan se. Otherwise, I have no clue. Like Amal saved my life when I found her, and every event I show face at, because I would either put on a nice dress but wear the wrong jewelry, or if I had put on the right jewelry, the lipstick wouldn't be right. So I had issues through and through.
And Amal
But
does a great job.
Amal does a great job, and she's got her aesthetics right. And over the years, I've learned from her as well. So for me, my
Yeah.
style is very basic because I spend my days usually at the animal shelter, or I go across
Nice.
running errands, or like Darshan ban rahe the, or radio show ho
Yeah.
raha tha, so I try and keep it comfortable. And but I don't wear jeans so much. I don't know. I've gone into pants and pajamas and skirts. Like I feel like
Yeah.
jeans really restrict movement sometimes. So I don't know. Maybe that's a style statement. But I like my shalwar kameezes also, especially in the
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
So
So
I
it's
keep
cool. So
it
it's
on.
cool and it's comfortable.
Yeah, it's cool and it's comfortable and it's a little laid back. Like the days when I'm invited to the biggest event, if I don't feel like I'll go in my sneakers also.
Nice.
But, so I'm that person. I can carry my mood better than I can carry my clothes. So if I'm in the mood to dress up, then I can carry it well. If I'm not, then I might as well dress down because I carry that better because that's my mood. So my mood has got a direct connection with what I choose to wear. Like अभी मैं live आ रही थी तो मैं थोड़ा सा blush on लगाया.
I swear I was so happy. Okay, Alhamdulillah, skin's been breathing, no makeup, hair's
No
growing
makeup,
out,
hair.
there's no heat. But I think more or less there has to be a silver lining to this lockdown, and we are going to come out of this strong, healthy, happy, inshallah.
I hope so, man. I mean, I'm not too confident right now. I think the next 2 weeks are going to be really, trying and difficult. But
Yeah.
this is the way we're communicating. We can high five. High five.
Bye bye.
But I
Also,
can,
Anushe, I am so envious of your travel plans. I always see you jumping from one place to the other. Tell me, mashallah, 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 touch wood, touch wood.
yeah.
Tell me
Touch wood.
about the places that you've been traveling to. Tell me about your most memorable traveling place. What do you look for when you travel?
Yeah, I guess if a person likes to travel, then every place becomes memorable because, they pick up what they need to pick up from there. So for me, my travels to Europe have been special because it's been special. My travels to Balochistan have been special because, I've unexplored mountains and volcanoes and camping by the sea. So every place for me, like I have amazing stories from Bhavalpur to like Mexico.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
but if I really have to pick one, I mean, I went to Afghanistan a few years ago and I spent a month. So I think that was a big, yeah. So that was very interesting because once I came back, things started becoming worse, and I don't think I'll ever have the opportunity to see Afghanistan again. So मुझे बहुत शौक हुआ था, तो मैं काबुल गई थी, हेरात गई थी, और मज़ार थी, and my father was there, so that was really sweet of him that he came with me, and we actually. But you tell me, if you had to pick one place.
So I haven't, my problem is I think ever since I started modeling, I was so focused on modeling. Every time I've traveled, I've just traveled for work. So the first time I went for a vacation was 2 weeks ago. I went to Thailand. I really enjoyed it, but I went to Kenya. I could have explored Kenya more. I couldn't because I was there for a shoot. So my travel journey has just started.
नहीं, this is a bad time, by the way. Speaking to a friend, and Maldives के सारे hotels के rates इतने गिर गए हैं, but we were like पहुंचे कैसे?
I know, like up to her international flights नहीं चली, but accommodation everywhere. Like I was checking these apartments in Turkey, which were like $30, $20 for a night, and they were like proper furnished apartments, and I was like, oh God, but क्या कर सकते हैं? But I'm hoping this gets better, man. It's getting harder and harder day by day.
It will, and you're gonna start missing like your work and everything. अभी तो 5 दिन हुए, right? But I feel like 2-3 हफ्ते के बाद I was just telling my father, I was like, what are we gonna do if this carries on for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks? Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, these live videos are amazing. A lot of people are doing exercises and yoga.
I know.
Meditation live. So I'm trying to join as many classes as I can. They're free. So all you guys should just go look कि कहाँ आप जा सकते हैं.
Also tell me.
I love asking you questions as well. So I'm going to
ask you please go ahead.
So tell me, is it difficult being a model in Pakistan? What are the challenges?
It is. I feel like education gives you a lot of edge in the entertainment industry, be it fashion or be it media. But modeling is very, very hard. I mean, it is an assumption that, you know, all we have to do is just go on and like get our photos taken. ऐसा होता नहीं है. I know Fashion Week से पहले I used to be very unhealthy about my body. So I used to starve myself. I used to not eat at all. क्योंकि लोगों की वो expectation होती थी, you know, like for every shoot they ask you for your measurements. कभी भी measurements ऊपर नीचे हो जाए, then you know there's always that look of disappointment. You can't experiment with your hair, Anusha. I can't change my hair color. You're expected to, you know, not only be present when you're shooting, like, and they also expect you to, you know, you go to different parties, you make appearances. For somebody like me who hasn't been exposed to all of that, it was a little difficult to catch up to, but it took me 2 years. It took me good 2 years कि मैं अपनी एक lane पकड़ूं.
You're good friends with Tabish also, and he's a big
Yeah.
support and guide, right?
Yeah.
He's a support and a guide, and he always cheers you on, and it's important to have that support within the business as well. But it's not easy. How do you, if there's any negativity that ever comes according to your photo shoots or something, how do you handle that? If somebody just says कि आपने क्या कपड़े पहने हुए या ये किया आपने, you know?
But Alhamdulillah, I have a very good support system. I have two amazing supportive brothers who, like, जब मैं shoot कर आती हूँ वापस, they're the first people to ask me, send me your pictures. You want to see how the shoot went? They've attended my fashion weeks. They you know, they come to cheer me on.
Yeah, they were your side. I feel like you think कि मैं कुछ भी कर सकती हूँ.
Exactly. So I take my family's criticism very personally. लेकिन अगर मुझे कोई internet पे, you know, if there are trolls on the internet, I do tend to, you know, handle it fairly well. लेकिन मुझे साइबर बुलिंग से ज्यादा इट्स द मोर इन पर्सन टू पर्सन, जो लोग कह देते हैं ओ तुम बहुत डार्क नहीं हो गई हो, ओ तुम बहुत गोरी नहीं हो गई हो, यू नो. आई मीन, बट इट्स एन ऑनगोइंग बैटल. लाइक यू एंटर दिस इंडस्ट्री, आपको पता होता है कि ये चीजें मुझे डील करनी पड़ेंगी आगे जाके.
You do become a public figure and then you have to just constantly, and लोग कहते हैं कि भाई आप लोग की लाइफ इतनी अच्छी है तो आप लोग क्या कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं कि आपको मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज हो रही है या आपको मजा नहीं आ रहा या आपको, you know. So I get that also all the time. You're like, no, it's not the way it seems. I mean, I'm very thankful. We're all very thankful.
Yeah.
But it's also,
and I'm sure to a certain extent, even the media may, like hosting may, and on the other side of the media industry, you guys face the same thing. Matlab, it's not like models are the only people who come across this.
Of course. Yeah, everybody, all of us, you know. And I remember you were talking about gori ho gayi ho ya dark lag rahi ho. I remember I'd come back from Thailand from a vacation and I was a little tanned, and one of the makeup artists, and Moise is saying no one's talking to me, bye. I've seen a couple of messages now. Moise isn't talking.
And even Amir just messaged in, hi Amir.
Hi Amir, Paneer, hum bhi karenge kabhi live. Mush sets the ramp on fire. That's really sweet.
Thank you so much, Munira. I love you.
Yeah.
I feel like...
So now Amir and Moise are talking between themselves also in the comment section. Amazing. They are also talking. Right. And I think Amiriyat was here as well, who's amazing.
He was there in the start, and you know, he was, I think, I don't know if he's still here, but yeah, he was also there. And Tabish, hi Tabish, we were just talking about you.
We were just talking about Tabish. Wow. So many of us are on. I wish we could do
one thing that I really wanted to ask you, Jo, I feel like people have a very high, it's a little tricky situation. You decided to go for Umrah this year. Mashallah, mashallah. I feel like this industry mein rehte hue, you know, chasing money, chasing fame, chasing success, it becomes so blinding. How did you make that decision? Because you went when it was New Year, there were parties happening, there were award shows happening, there were, you know, everything, like Karachi was buzzing. So tell me, how did you make that decision and how was Umrah for you?
Yeah, Umrah was life-altering, and I'm not particularly religious or anything, but I feel like there was such a big spiritual connection, and there was literally, wo kehte na bulawa aata hai, so you don't know, you know, when's the right time and how to make that decision. I just my father, I was like, you can just land in Saudi Arabia, we don't need a visa. I was like, let's just go. Why haven't we ever been to Umrah? And Saudi Airlines at that time just had a really good offer going, and within 3 days, I think it happened within 3 days, we packed up our bags, and I landed up there, and literally, you know, I mean, it sounds really cliched, but I think 2-3 months ago, one of my very dear cousins had gone for Umrah, and at that time, I began dealing with my anxiety and stuff, and I had requested her to pray for me. So the next she called me up from Saudi and she said मैंने बहुत दुआ की काबा के आगे के तुम्हारी तबीयत भी बेहतर हो और तुम्हें यहाँ आने का मौका मिले, and inshallah, you know, I have a feeling that बहुत जल्द you'll be here physically yourself. And
Yeah.
then the next thing I know, within 2 months, I just got up and I was on a plane and I was going, and that's exactly what happened. And when I reached the Kaaba, like the first glimpse of the Kaaba, you know, you get emotional and overwhelmed.
I'm sure.
I cried and I cried and I cried and I later was just like, you know, I think you just called me, because I had zero intentions at this point. And it happened and I got back and then this virus happened. So, you know, I just feel like I went literally like a month before, and now look at the videos, it's kind of shut down and it's empty. And I was like, wow, I literally went at a time
And you know,
when
मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे you were telling me कि किसी ने आपको अपनी दुआ में याद रखा, and you did the same thing. You had a list of people, you individually आपने सबके लिए दुआ की. I think that was so great. It was, I mean, I was in awe of you, because you know, आप वहाँ जाते हैं, आप इबादत में इतने busy होते हैं, and for you to take out time for all those people who had written to you, and one by one, name by name, I mean, you know, Maqam Fateh Amal, somebody prayed for you, you prayed for them.
Yeah, no, I did actually. Whoever told me to pray for them, I prayed. I made sure that I did a special prayer for them. So 2 minutes each, I put their names down just to give them a little souvenir. They started posting it on social media, and I was like, listen, don't post it. I don't want to look like I'm doing this. But, you know, I got mostly positive feedback, and it was true, like you said, you know, okay, take our time, and everybody was really appreciative. And there were strangers, people I'd never seen, who were like, "Meri maa bimar hai, baap bimar hai." You know, I made a list, and I think there were over 200 people. And I sat down, and it took me, I think रात को मैं 12 बजे जाती थी, because it was very nice, and I used to come back after Fajr. So one morning out of the 4, I was like, today
Oh, by
I'm
the way,
going
Munira
to...
just wrote that I also went for Umrah after Anusha prayed for me.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, this is like the miracle, the miracle of Allah right here.
It's a chain reaction, huh? So I was telling my friends now that we can all actually go together and do a spiritual trip once, you know?
Yeah.
Because, and it was like that. It was actually really nice. I felt really nice at Umrah, and we usually go to have fun. Ke Dubai chalo, London chalo, shopping jayenge, ye karenge, wo karenge. But Umrah had its own completely separate world. It was such a beautiful experience, and I was like, you know, I want to share this with people I love, and I would love to have that experience with people who are close to me. So my friends were like, oh my God, have you become really religious now? Are you not going to hang out anymore? Are you quitting television now? I was like, no. I was like, I came back from Umrah, and the next day I was on my radio show in the morning. But I really felt a very deep spiritual connection, and I felt really nice about that. Munira is also, Munira is like, all right, go Corona, go Corona. Okay.
Everybody's sending you lots of love, Anusha. I mean, I'm in awe of you. I absolutely admire you. I look up to you. You're so talented. You are so positive. You do so, you know, I feel like social work has really become more about money and less about effort. And for you, because I'm guilty of the same thing, but I see you take out time for animals, for humans, and inshallah, all of this is going to come back to you tenfold. I hope you're healthy, and I'll catch you very soon once this lockdown goes down.
Yes, and somebody's like, notice us, damn it. They're the same. Notice us.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Anusha, for coming in. I'll catch you very soon.
Inshallah, I'm going to see you very, very soon, and love you for what you're doing, and thank you for being such a positive light.
Thank you, Anusha. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So you guys, that was Anusha Ashraf. I had so much fun talking to her, because we had so much to talk about and so much to catch up on. And, you know, a person as lovely and as inspirational as her, I've always been as inspired by people as her, people like her. And yeah, this was it, episode 3. So this has been going pretty good, guys. Tomorrow, I have a very special guest. He's been a very big name and still is a very big name in the entertainment industry, in the acting industry. He's also done quite a bit of modeling, made quite a name for himself. The very, very handsome Imad Irfani. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. with Imad. And yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for coming live with me. Make sure all of you stay tuned and stay at home. I say this every day. Please, you guys, stay at home. Lots of love.